I know we saw Splyce the other day. We see the side of Splyce just take a huge lead.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, we could see double digits for Splyce. Whether we can get aware on the scoreboard as much, we'll have to hold our thoughts on that one. But I think Splyce, that the amount of slaying power, and we could talk about this for a second. Every single one of them has the ability to drop 30 kills. And that's why so far in this tournament, you've not seen anyone, you know, go crazy and drop like a 50 bomb because they're all performing, they're all natural slayers. They're all almost sharing the work. They're sharing it out. And you're actually one of those people, and I completely agree with Call of Duty. It comes down to being able to slay, being able to, you know, Call of Duty 101. Kill your opponent quicker than they can kill you, and you will take the majority of the maps.
Right, I mean, there's only so much you can do with proper map positioning and great strategies and just different class selection, where I feel like at the end of the day, it all kind of comes down to the slaying. I think really since Call of Duty Ghosts, I feel like that's when things changed. I feel like that's what you need as a team. You need to have those top flight slayers. This Splyce team definitely has it. You know, where they can fall, I think probably the search and destroys. I've not seen like really dominant S&D play from them. I'll be interested to see going forward through the tournament once we see them play against the top teams, your Orbits, your Elevates, how they fare in S&D.
Yeah, I think as well a great thing is, you know, these guys have been playing day in, day out, of course, but things like the 2Ks that these guys compete in, and of course Splyce have just taken back-to-back 2Ks. You know, they're playing Search and Destroy twice in every series if necessary, if it goes the distance, so they're getting that practice. It was very, you know, it was notorious really in Europe, you know, when I was a player, that people didn't practice Search and Destroy. They practiced their respawns, and they thought, you know what, we don't want to play S&D.
Which I just find ridiculous that people don't scrim Search and Destroy, because it's not like many teams have different strategies than other teams, right? I mean, is there anything that you guys would, you know, do at an event or whatnot that you just wouldn't try, like whether it was like a GB match or some kind of like 2K tournament? I feel like you can play pretty much, you know, you're trying different strategies on either side of the map. But I feel like there's nothing like either of these teams should be that surprised about from each other in Search and Destroy.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be at all. I mean, these two teams have actually matched up against each other in 2Ks before, so it's not like, oh, we don't want to give our specialist Search and Destroy strategy away. And it's difficult. It really is. But I think the Europeans have learned, and they have started to not only play but practice Search and Destroy more. And one thing, you know, speaking to the pros as well, they do go back, they do watch, whether it's VODs or anything. And I think over the past 12 to 18 months, it's something they have improved on.
But I love is the logic. It's like, we won't scrim Search and Destroy as a team, but I'll play with pickup teams, Search and Destroy, and just kind of let everybody know my tendencies in different situations. And I'm okay with playing it in the 2K. It's like, you're giving away your strategies and your tendencies anyway. It's like, you may as well just kind of get on the same page with the rest of your team. But Game 3 will be a precinct uplink. Splyce up 2-0 in the series. They get ended here.
Well, uplink and precinct, these go hand in hand, I think. I actually really enjoy watching this particular map purely because of the verticality of what you can do with all the wall runs, the jumps, the passing. It really does kind of link up nice and well. But a high-scoring game mode is what I'm predicting from Splyce. Where they played Fabi, they lost their uplink. It was the one game they looked weak on. It was the one game that they lost. It kind of just all favors Splyce right now.
Yeah, it does, and that's kind of been the entire series, but we did see Aware put up a better fight in Search and Destroy, so maybe that carries over here into Game 3.
Okay, well, kicking it off with Bance straight away. You're going to see grenades coming in, jammers as well. Josh is going to get the first blood, and already Benji falling. Bance finding the drone in his hands, which I don't think he expected for a second there, but it looks like they're trying to push this left-hand side of the map. Bance and Josh should be able to double up. If they can make one more kill, this should be a nice, comfortable, maybe one-point play. But as he dances around here, Bance uses the wall runs, those jetpacks, and he doesn't convert. I was almost setting myself up for one there.
No, yeah, Bance misses a one-point throw, and you see it's obviously a little bit easier to connect. It's definitely easier, I may say, to connect on the one-point throws with the change in the goal placement. They move it a little bit to the back of that alley, even out this map, which I think it plays wonderfully now.
Okay, well, Bance is going to have another go at this one. Over and out. He does convert that, and that's the first point on the board for Bance as he picks up not 1 point, but a kill as well. Josh seems to be the one getting in the action, using the ERAD this time, but a double coming in for Aware. Maybe something can play out for them.
Yeah, now Aware, they do get drone control. They're trying to force it down into the street, and they're going to get a one-point toss of their own off, and it's going to be intercepted. And they have nobody there to put this one away. Josh picks up a big two-piece, shuts down any scoring opportunity that Aware may have had during that one. Now that is an unfortunate situation there for Aware. It looks like you're going to put points on the board, then potentially thinking maybe get a 2-point on the way after the interception comes in, get nothing out of that, and here comes Splyce on the offensive.
Bance was in a great position, does get taken down, but very quick plays from the boys on Splyce. They turn it around, and they've headed a different route. I love the play from Josh there, just to back off, give his team a bit of space, make the kills, make the plays, and now he can stomp on his way through. And is he going to take his time? No, he's going to secure the easy 2 points, and he's going to get back in that middle.
Yeah, they have teammates towards the middle of the map, although Benji is able to take out Mad Cat. It's a smart play by Josh, just trying to relay these scores together. It's going to be Josh and Bance working in the middle of the map.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be Denza, though, taking out Josh and Jerd, and they're able to get drone control for a second, but Bance there, just the pressure from Splyce on the drone, it's too much for Aware to deal with right now.
Yeah, you've seen moments of brilliance all weekend, or week, should I say. Denza has been performing. However, converting those plays into points is going to be difficult. Got Josh passing through the ball, and he's actually going to go for a few kills himself. E-Rad in hand, not going to find Johansson, as he does do one better, and now the drone will go back to Bance. They seem to be doing this. They seem to be kind of indecisive of which route they're going to.
I mean, you know, you try and go through that back alley and connect with the 1-point play like Bance tried earlier, and you miss. I feel like at that moment in time, you're just trying to spread the defense thin. So you see right now, they have the drone. They're going towards that side yet again, and they have Jerd and Josh in positions to pick up some kills.
Okay, well, Splyce strong so far. They're going to put number 5 in. Let's jump to a quick listening and see what's going down in the comms.
I've got it. He's already. It's bullshit, me. Two.
One. Let's go. In the ball.
I'll get two.
MB4 in ball. It's going to be head kitchen. It's going to be head kitchen. I spawned back portal.
Watch out, Benji.
I'm holding gas.
He's NB4, pushing out now.
Stay alive, you have to stay alive, I'm coming across you.
Just one shot, one out. It's really weak now, Josh, really weak.
Come with you too.
In the ball. One bullet in now.
We can ball, dance.
Chill. Try and hold.
Stay alive. Go flank if you want, if you can.
Top cat, one in ball, one top cat.
One's already on our base, one's close.
One shot back on his challenge off the wall. Right, mate, right, take your time. Wait. Big kill.
Ball dead. Did you get one?
He's close, one shot.
Wait.
Literally one shot.
Wait, you hear it?
Yeah, go.
Line down, tag. No, it's going to be close, right, mate? Yeah.
Straight. On our base.
Big kill. No, it's going to go for one. Nice, man. He's there.
Close again.
Good.
He's zig, take one shot. Take me weak.
One bullet, hit him twice.
Where's he gone? Line down, that's right. One more.
Take it through ball, refang.
I got two, come.
Let's go.
I'm flanking.
Woody's back.
I'm flanking.
Take it front. Gosh, I'm passing you. Go.
No. One on the base.
Other base.
Oh my fuck, I got shakes.
One more, low.
What's he doing?
Just line down. Looking for you.
He's already. Z.
In the ball or what?
Z one shot. He's pushed upstairs. Here, John.
What stairs? In the ball. No, T. Push the already. Close. One shot. Two. They're both weak. He's going for one.
Lane set.
Got it.
That's fine.
Ben, don't push him.
I'm going. Pushing up. I can shoot this.
There's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
One's T.
Take the balls.
Pass me. No, never mind. There's two. I bet you get one. That's fine.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it loud and clear from the boys of Splyce. In particularly Josh, he likes to repeat things maybe 6 or 7 times. I heard Z.
I had a teammate like that back in the day, and it was just I couldn't handle it. Like I'd hear the same call out like 3 times in a row. I'm like, I get it. There's a guy over there.
I know he's at Z.
I've heard it 4 times now. I understand.
The good thing about Josh, I was going to say, I mean, I used to team with, this is going back like 4 years, and he was exactly the same. He's not lost his energy in Call of Duty at all.
He still has the passion for the game, and you can see it in his play, obviously. I know, fantastic player in terms of just saying he was like an OBJ player kind of last year, really transformed as like a top-flight AR player. So you can see just the passion for competitive Call of Duty and just the willingness to be able to change up his game for whatever his team needs. And right there at the bat, Aware just let Splyce grab the drone and throw it in for one. So not the best strategy there by Aware to just let a free point go in for the side of Splyce as they extend their lead.
Yeah, I keep wanting to jump on board with Aware, but it's really difficult at the moment. It just seems to be going all one way. Splyce answering back. And Josh, in particular, you could see how passionate he is. You know, a lot of the plays come from communication in this game. You've got to be on top of that. And, you know, the complete opposite. Jerd is a very quiet individual, but, you know, in-game there, vital, kind of precise call-outs. literally the complete opposite of Josh.
And same with Mad Cat's pretty quiet as well.
Yeah.
When you listen in as well. I mean, Mad Cat literally only calls out when he's killed somebody or he's died. That's pretty much the only things that Mad Cat calls out. But that's why you see Josh is really kind of their in-game leader. It's going to be Aware getting a 2-point play on the board, so they get drone control, bring it through back alley, able to get some points. But if you look at your mini-map and go back towards the drone, it goes right to the hands of Splyce, and the map is just completely open there for the taking. They're going to at least get a 1-point play out of this. And Aware just, they do not have the luxury of just trading scores with this team.
Yeah, right now, Splyce, they can, I'm not going to say they will, but they can almost take the foot off the gas, trade out the kills, make the initial plays that they need to, and, you know, it's all looking pretty good. But I will say, Aware have fought their way back into this. 5 points on the board. I thought Splyce would break double digits. I'm sure they will. But Aware are definitely not out of this. 3 minutes to go here, Mr. X, and I'm just thinking there's a possibility, just maybe, that they can tie things up.
Yeah, it's definitely been a much better performance than I expected from this Aware team.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with the way that Splyce was playing in the respawn game modes. Aware putting up a very good fight after a tough-fought search and destroy game number 2, but their backs against the wall. Splyce with a chance to close this series out. So we're on board with Jerd as he's just trying to make a play over in the street. He's able to take down 2.
Wow.
Spawning in the back alley. He's able to get a 3rd. They do have drone control. They're going to bring this one in for a 2-point play. And now the spawn trap coming in for the side of Splyce.
Yeah, I couldn't go away from Jerd there. He's absolutely on fire. And it all came initially from that rewind. Talking to rewind, we've just seen camo unlocked by Josh. And this really should just favor Splyce even more. Let's jump on board with Aware, though, to see if they can do anything. They have got drone control. I believe that is Johansson. And now maybe a 1-point play. Not going to be able to get that out of the hands. And again, Splyce dominate the kill feeders. Bance picks up the double, make it a triple. Bance finally turning up here. He had a bit of a slow start to this map, actually.
Yeah, and I know Benji for the side of Aware, we can hit some love. He's had a fantastic game. And I think if you're Aware as a team, you kind of go into brackets after this. And it's like, look, let's work on our uplink and our hardpoint. We have a pretty good S&D game. You feel you can play on par with any of the top teams in Europe in that game mode. You know, maybe, some things go right in this one. They're able to get a little bit more drone control. This game is a little bit closer. I feel like it's really, if there's one thing they need to improve heavily on going into the bracket, it's going to be that hardpoint game mode. I mean, they could be fantastic in S&D, and they could be great in uplink, but 2 of the 5 game modes is hardpoint. The 5th S&D, I feel like it's always a little bit of a toss-up when the nerves kick in a game 5. They need to get better in the hardpoints.
Yeah, it must suck as well, every single best of 5 going, if you go 1-0 down, losing that initial game, the pressure's on, and yes, the search and destroy is fantastic, but it really does put a lot of pressure on them, actually. But Splyce with a minute left to go. We see the overdrive kicking in here for Mad Cat as he pushes forward. Play which you'd not normally see use overdrive, but seems to be utilizing it very, very well there as Jerd and Josh combine. For 2, Josh is going to find number 3, and Splyce looking pretty here with only 60 seconds left on the clock to take the series.
Yeah, but I mean, outside of, 3 or 4 times, in the course of the 10-minute game where Aware had the drone, I mean, they really have not contested for the drone in the middle of the map. It's really been Splyce who has had the drone most of the game. Aware has not been able to get towards mid-map and make any type of offensive plays. Now, looking at this one, it kind of reminds me a little bit about the Elevate team from North America last year, where it kind of was that game 1, you always knew it was going to be a loss. They needed to fight on the back foot in game 2 and game 3. And, they were able to put together some great performances, but not too often you're going to be able to pull those out, and you're going to lose those hard points at the beginning of a series. Yeah, always very, very difficult here. Scoreline 15-5. As I try and find someone who's alive there. Josh has, I think, stopped playing. A salute comes in for Jerd, and the kill comes in. A little bit of showboating there going on as they will stand up, shake hands, fist bumps all round. And you know what? A warm reception here from London, the guys in the crowd. Clearly happy with what they've just seen. Splyce looking very dominant here in Gfinity. Yeah, Splyce looks like the dominant force we thought they would be when they formed in the EU Call of Duty scene. Jerd, 28-24, a dunk and 2 throws to his name. Good performance from him on the side of Aware. You got a shout out to Benji. Benji had a fantastic game, putting up 30 kills with 23 deaths.
Okay, fantastic stuff from us. Let's throw it back over to the guys on the analyst and see what Bryce and the boys have to say.
Thank you very much. Well,